Man, God, Godzilla minus one. Godzilla minus one. Whew. I actually on a Sunday decided to go see this movie, and wow, I don't like doing anything on Sunday besides just maybe going to church. And I got out of church and I come home and I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna get on my Fandango account or see if it's available uh, to watch. You know how you can watch stuff in the theater that you can pay like 20 something bucks to watch it in the theater, but you can watch it at home. It didn't say it was available. So what I did was I kept looking through my phone, and it said that will Godzilla minus one be available to stream or to far as streaming and buying it digitally. Then it said to be determined. And I was like, man, I don't really feel like waiting this long to watch this movie. And why do I want to watch this movie anyway? I kept saying to myself. So I was like, I'm not watching that movie, man. I said, and then I was sitting in the kitchen, man. I was eating my breakfast. I was like, why do I want to watch this movie? I said, why do I want to watch this movie? And so I decided, I'm getting ready to work out now, and it's almost 4 o'clock. Well, it is 4 o'clock, so I'm sitting there like, well, it was 10 minutes to one. So I was like, well, I ain't been in movies in a while, right? And so I got on my phone. I looked at my cinema app, and it said a 110 showing. And I was like, man, Vic, you ain't tired or anything, man. You ain't sleepy, and you worked out yesterday. So really, technically, it's your cardio day. So you really should do cardio and do some rows. I used to do 60 rows, and I sat there. I was like, man, and it was like 10 minutes to one. So I decided to go. So I bought. So I went. It said 110 showing, but I kept saying to myself, why is this movie bugging me? Because I was like, man, this is a Japanese movie, man. It's a foreign movie. Nothing against Japanese movies, but I said, why is this movie, getting to me? And boom, it dawned on me. When I was a little boy, I grew up with Godzilla, and they were all Japanese-made movies. They were not American-made. They were distributed over here in America. So I still see myself, me being a little black kid living in this Catholic, this little Catholic town in Ohio, and I was like, I went down to the theater, and I remember seeing Godzilla versus Mothra or something like Mothra is the three-headed creature, and just the special effects back then and the way that movie was, I was just totally amazed by watching that movie. And then I said to myself, when I was in the theater, I said, now I know why you wanted to watch that movie, because they used the same music in the background that they did for Godzilla minus one. So it just brought me back to that original, the original Japanese Godzilla. But the best Godzilla I ever seen was the one that had Perry Mason in it. It was the Japanese-made Godzilla movie, but it had Perry Mason in it, Raymond Burr, and it showed. I remember it was in black and white, and I remember I was just so captivated by that Godzilla movie. But anyway, just sharing a little bit of my background with you on this Godzilla movie. So I'm in the theater, right? So the movie starts at 110. That movie did not start till 1:35. It was like 25 minutes worth of trailers in this movie. But anyway, getting back to this. If this movie don't get an award, I'll be shocked. But it's not going to get an award. I can tell you why. Because it just ain't. But you guys, I was blown away. I was sitting there saying Hollywood ought to take a page out of this, man. Watch this. I'm telling you, man, this is just good overall cinematic, just good storytelling, good at the pacing. The pacing was, it was a 2 hour and 5 minute long movie, and the special effects was spot on. The storytelling was spot on. You're going to have to hit these other YouTubers up because they'll go in depth and tell you about this, and that. But this was at the tail end of 1945, so y'all know that was the tail end of World War II. And it went to the backstory. I love how, I can't think of the director who made this, but man, he went back to, if you're a kamikaze pilot, I guess the culture over there knows that you're never coming back because you're a kamikaze. So this one guy, he's a kamikaze. pilot. He lands on this island where they are supposed to have an emergency landing so they can get your plane back up and going if it's damaged, so you can do your little kamikaze thing because you're not supposed to come back. And I guess if you don't do what you're supposed to do, it's kind of a disgrace to their culture. So I was like, wow, man, this is like it was a lot that I was learning while I was watching it. I was like, man, this is pretty cool. So I was like, I was getting all into this, and they was, he landed on this thing and they was like, man, we looking at your airplane, man. The guy was telling, and this thing, they were speaking in Japanese, which was cool. But here is another one that will freak you out. When they made this movie, they put some thought process in this, because a lot of times when you're trying to watch a movie and you got to read, they made it to where you could read and you could watch the movie at the same time. I can't explain it, but they must have said, look, man, this is a good movie. We're going to make sure these people don't miss anything. And the way they shot, oh my God, this movie is so good, you guys. Look, I'm asking you guys, please, next week, don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait on DVD. Don't wait on pay-per-view. Don't do none of that. Go next week and go see this movie. I guarantee you will be shocked. This movie was touching. It was gripping. And it had none of that Hollywood check the box stuff. Yeah. None of that Hollywood check the box. Oh, make sure you put this in here. Make sure you put this in there. Make sure you insert this in there. It was none of that. None of that. I'm telling you, man, Hollywood ought to watch this and try to learn and get back to their roots, man, because stuff there. Don't get me wrong, there's been some good movies this year. I'm going to put a list up of some of the movies I like this year, but this has got to be my number 2 this year. Got to be my number 2. But anyway, he lands, and then, this monster comes, and it looks like Godzilla, but it looks like it's Godzilla not fully developed or something, man. He destroys everybody, kills everybody except for 2. Well, then it leads into him going over to Japan over there where it got destroyed from World War II, and they're at this point, Japan's trying to, it shows each year as they process. So he meets this girl, and this girl has a baby. He thought was this guy, this kamikaze guy, met this girl, and he thought the baby was his, but she was hiding because the cops because they were like, everybody was trying to survive from that massive war, and it showed the destruction. The filming in this thing and the production value in this thing is just whoa. I'm talking whoa. You guys, I implore you. I guess that's the right way today. I was going to say beg, but I'm asking y'all, please go watch this movie. Please. This movie is so daggone good, man, that they really got you into this movie. I mean, I can't explain it, but they got you so into this movie. Oh my Lord, this movie is so flipping good. Yeah, I ain't no professional YouTuber, and I ain't trying to be. Because some of these guys, this was directed by so-and-so, and then this blah, 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 and all these names. I can't do that. Because some of those YouTubers, man, they be like spot on. Sound all super smart, and I ain't like that. I'm just telling you guys, man, whoo, Lord. I knew, how you got that urge and you got that, why I want to go watch this movie, like I told you guys before. Being a 64-year-old guy, I'm sitting there going, why? And then I was in the theater going, now I see why I like this movie. Because you used to watch the Godzilla movies, and they were all Japanese-made movies. And so you're going to sit there, I was in the kitchen going, man, I ain't going to see that thing, man. It's just foreign films. Japan makes that movie, and nothing against Japan. I don't know why I was even thinking that, because I was sitting there watching this movie. I'm like, now you know why you watch this movie, because you used to watch all the old Godzillas and the Mothras and all that kind of stuff. And you used to love Johnny Sacco and his flying robot, and you used to love Ultraman. And all that was Japanese. I was a Japanese fanatic. And don't forget, here comes Speed Racer. That's Japanese. All that. So when I was in the theater, I said, this is why I wanted to watch this movie. Anyway, you guys, this movie got to me. It even got to my heart. It tugged at my heartstrings a little bit. My heartstrings, man. I'm telling you. Look, trust me. Go see this movie. This is This movie's sitting at number 2 at the box office. But I'm asking you guys to go out next week and support this movie. This movie should not be released right away. If I was the Japanese company that's behind that, I'm like, you want to see our movie? Go to theater. I'm going to keep it. If I was Japan, I'd be like, I don't care. I don't care. We're going to keep it in theater for 1 month. 1 month. Then we'll distribute it out to everybody. You want to see our movie? Go see it in the theater. Support it in the theaters, man. This is a worthy movie to go see in the theater. And I am so glad that I went to go see it on Sunday. Because I don't like doing anything on Sunday. I'm running behind on my workout. But oh my goodness, this is a good movie. This is a good movie. I mean, acting was on point. The build-up was on point. I'm sitting in theater going, man. I'm sitting there. I was in theater going like, wow, this is blowing my mind. I'm looking at the screen going, how did they just like, it's like God, I was just like, wow, just a little bitty, tiny little nooks and crannies that he put in there. It's like, wow. I'm telling y'all, man. Whoa, this is, woo, Lord. I mean, this is I'm glad that I stuck. This movie is awesome. God bless. Take care. We'll catch you next video. We'll see you.